Argentina. National anthem, Team United States of America.
And with the conclusion of the national anthems, welcome back to the training center in Spring City, Pennsylvania. This is Chris Maloney. We'll be covering the game that opens up this afternoon's sessions between the USA women and the women's team from Argentina. Game is scheduled to begin at 1:30. That's 4 minutes from now. Should be an exciting contest. USA just breaking out of their huddle, dressed in blue. Argentina in the light pink. Fun little kicking around the circle there as they cheer to get things started. Alex Miles, the umpire from Canada, on the far side. Donnie Gobinsing, the umpire on the near side. Quick visit to the table for some equipment drop-off. So in 1 minute the horn will sound, then the clock will be reset, and then the umpire will blow the whistle, and we'll get this game underway. USA coming into the match with 6 points in the tournament. This matchup between the USA and Argentina men ended with the team from Argentina winning 4-1 in a very close match. Miles reminding the starter for Argentina that first will be a horn and then the whistle. The horn, the reset, and there's a whistle as things get underway. The afternoon session, the second day of the 2021 Indoor International Championship here hosted by the Pan American Field Hockey Organization. The championship teams will contest at the World Cup, which will take place in February 2022 in Belgium. Argentina with the ball long into the right side of their attack. Campbell's deflection pass up the sideboards is intercepted by Argentina. And working to try to trap her down on the left side of their attack. Pass back through the legs. There's a foul. Campbell over across the pitch to Smith and back to Smith, and Smith goes up field, but one of those classic moments in field hockey when you're expecting your player to zig when they zag. Rose now defending against Gomes' free push. Intercepted by Campbell. Zanoli there involved in the play as Yeager. Quick pass into the circle, and too quick as Zanoli. Yeager did not meet the 3-meter requirement for indirect circle entry for a free push happening inside the attacking half of the pitch. Smith's pass upfield, seemingly going to Yeager, was let go. So the ball could try to reach Rose, but Argentina picks up the possession and play. Nice crossing pass at the top of the circle. Argentina then back cross to the other side. Play on is Yeager in a battle for the ball. An intentional foul inside the attacking half. And the first penalty corner of the match goes in favor of the USA. Campbell looks to be ready to take the ball off of the stick stopper Smith. So a suspension in the defenders, I think for, essentially what amounted to time wasting. They have 30 seconds to get ready. Campbell shot high into the cage. Goal for the USA. It's 6 minutes and 30 seconds basically. So the USA jumps out to an early lead following the suspension of one of the players from Argentina. Argentina now with possession on the right side of their attack, working against Smith. In the penalty corner, now at the other end of the pitch. I think the contact there came from the U.S. goalkeeper, Samantha Carlino. Of course, it's not just stick contact, but basically a stick obstruction. Insertion and a pass off to the left. Free push at the center line means it was last touched by one of the players from the U.S. before it crossed the end line. Got a strong reaction out of Rose as a defender trying to come over to her left side, and that opened up the pass in the middle. Rose goes back to Smith and over to Campbell, the captain of the U.S. team, who scored the goal if you missed it, coming on a penalty corner. Deflection pass upfield but into the air off the pitch, and so possession for Argentina inside the attacking half, their attacking half I should say. Possession for the USA. Quick shot off the run to the right, something the USA was using during their warm-ups. It's a Noli's shot. Jaeger lost possession there. Campbell intercepts the pass into the circle. Jaeger tries to bounce the ball forward to Rose, but ball was stalled at the board. Accidental trip there in the middle. Zani, number 5, running up through the middle, and a hit. So you're not allowed to hit the ball, and the umpire decided that the player had hit the ball. And here Jaeger did not stop the ball, so it wasn't clear that she was starting the free push. So the umpire had her reset it, and she's lucky the umpire didn't just turn it over to the other team. As the free hit can be reversed, that ball deflected up over the sideboard by Smith. Easy pickup by Campbell, threading the ball along the boards, trying desperately to find Zanoli, but she lost the ball to Argentina, and Argentina now looking to do the same thing in the other direction. Caro with into the game on the right side. Sessa with the falling shot there. Got the shot off before she reached the ground, so it's legal, but unfortunately for the USA, wide of the goal. Smith up to Sessa. Sessa's stick is interfered with, and a penalty corner for the USA. And a suspension of the player from Argentina. with the intentional foul. Campbell brings in the play to execute. Sessa still holding the ball, so she'll do the insert. Coming from the near side of the cage. This was very successful last time. Smith stopped for Campbell. Campbell. So first a whistle for time in. And now the ball released. And Campbell's shot stopped by the goalkeeper, who rushed out to cover the distance. Closed down the angles. And the ball reached the goalkeeper. Now the shot maybe from Yeager. Turning and firing and timeout. And I think Yeager's got to go for danger. A green card. So I'm going to guess at the timing, Argentina, the teams are equal right now with 5 players each, a goalkeeper and 4 players. I think Argentina will have a player advantage for about 30 seconds. We have time in. Argentina considering their options. They've already moved the ball, so there's no delay. Possession for Argentina. The crowd, if you will, wants a penalty corner, but they're not going to get it. Less than a minute to go. The shot drops right in front of the keeper. After the keeper made an initial save, lost sight of where it fell. Campbell seemingly asking, where should I restart play? Effectively taking time off the clock. The USA looks to be content to go into the second period with a 1-goal lead. Just joining us, USA is in blue, Argentina in the light pink. Teams at full strength as Yeager comes back into the game, and she's on the far post. As time expires, we'll have a 1-minute break between the first and second period. So the second period about to start, as did the first period. Play will be restarted by Argentina. This time with the center pass. As is typically the case, the pass goes back into their defensive end. Yeager bringing the ball up on the left side, decides that she better go back and finds right. Passes the ball across. I think that's on the far side defense for the U.S. Orobono. The lead to the circle. Zanoli tumbles down. She looks a little laboring. She sort of shakes off the bump that she had with the ground. Falling doesn't hurt, it's the hitting the ground that hurts. Looks like she's got herself back in order now as Rose comes into the circle on the left side, spins backwards, and then a quick lift. Possession over to Argentina, I think because of the use of the back of the stick. So you can only play the ball with the front of the stick, the flat side of the stick. The back of the stick is slightly curved. So it's referred to as the rounded side. I say slightly because in indoor the sticks are close to wafer thin, and the round side, there's hardly any roundness to it. The stick's designed for outdoor play, or more of like a club, because you're allowed to hit the ball, so the sticks can be heavier at the head, which is the part of the stick that plays the ball. Double spin move there. Sessa showing her ball control skills down along the baseline. Conversation with Jaeger about off-ball activity, shall we call it? Sessa breaking into the circle, decides to go to the left. Umpire reminding the players, let's start the free push with a stationary ball. Quick backhand lift, fails to go on target and hits instead another player from Argentina. Right up against the board to Jaeger. That ball all the way upfield, but unfortunately deflected over the sideboard by Rose, so possession over to Argentina. Again, this hit signal given, if you will. There is no official secondary signal. A primary signal is just what happens next, like direction or penalty corner. Secondary signal is why was the foul, why was the whistle blown. So it might be obstruction or hitting the ball, but there is no official signal for hitting the ball. You're just not allowed to do it. 3 against 1 here. The U.S. quickly surrounds the player from Argentina. Argentina would have loved for Jaeger not to have stopped that. They had a give and go across the field coming. Last deflected, that shot by Sessa. It's deflected over the back line. Zanoli puts the ball into play over to right. Right finds Heck at the top of the circle. Heck's deflection over to Sessa, and then the ball back to Rose for the goal. Argentina asking the umpires to confer about what they thought was a violation on the play, but the goal stands. USA 2, Argentina 0. The USA is the defending women's champion from this tournament that happened last in 2017. This was originally supposed to take place in 2020, postponed twice due to the global pandemic. And we have tight COVID protocols in play today. Unless you're umpiring or on the court or announcing, you have to be wearing your mask. And of course, I'm not talking about the penalty corner safety masks that are being put in place by the USA defenders. Waiting for the countdown clock. There's the signal from the countdown clock, so the umpire moves into position, blows the whistle. At this point, the ball can move. Then the players. obstruction of the Argentinian's stick just outside the circle led to that free push. She took it down to the right side of the circle. Heck pushed the ball quickly back into the boards, and there it was misplayed by Argentina across the end line. The the team from Argentina from the men's side actually put their goalkeeper into use twice. Rather than passing across here, they just passed to the goalkeeper. And that call would have been against Heck, except it went to the player from Argentina. She dribbles 3 meters, gets inside the circle, thinks about going against right, and then turns and fires, and she's going to be suspended. This multiple times, and so we have a 2-minute yellow card for Argentina. It's a very dangerous play, as the ball can jump off the stick and hit a player in the head. I've actually had that happen to me, so I know firsthand how easy it is for that ball to climb up the stick. Anytime the ball is rolling towards something, it has a climbing rotation. So if it hits the stick on a player, it will typically climb up it. And that's why when a player is in stationary position, the attacker has to go around the player, not through the player. The Argentine goalkeeper calling out strongly, directing the attack. Went over to the right side. And by right, I meant the right side of the attack, but right was there for the USA defense, stalling things, frustrating the team from Argentina as they tried to get the ball into the circle. Right has been very effective on the left side defense for the USA. The left side defense equals the right side attack. Two minutes to go in the first half. At the end of the 2 minutes, we'll have a 5-minute break for halftime. Argentina again frustrated on the right side of their attack, trying to get into the circle against right. Now a deflection. I suggest maybe a left side entry would work better. There it is, back pass, but the player not down in the corner of the field. By back, I should have said behind the back. This time the goalkeeper comes into play, stopping the ball, passing it up, getting things going. Argentine captain not quite getting the handle. Sessa comes across the half line, puts it forward to Rose. The goalkeeper is out. Heck passes back to right. Right again, considering her options, and decides to go to the far side and picks up Casey Tapman, who deflects the ball forward, but Rose can't stop it, and the ball rolls over the end line for Argentina. And Argentina now puts the ball into play. And a quick redirection of the ball upfield again to the right side. Now Argentina trying to come across into the circle. Defended strongly, and a foul signaled by the umpire for a penalty corner. Sessa suggesting that maybe the call should have gone in another direction. Argentina set up with the stick stopper and striker at the top of the circle. That part of the structure typically called a castle in hockey. Up there and shot and in. Beats the outreached hand above the shoulder of the keeper. Carlino couldn't stop that, a little too fast. And time has now expired, and we'll go into halftime with the score USA 2, Argentina 1. 5-minute break. We are in Spring City, Pennsylvania, USA. My name is Chris Maloney. We are bringing you the coverage of the 2021 Pan Am Cup. This tournament will determine the 12th placements into the World Cup, which will happen in February of 2022 in Belgium. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
JMU. So you still have all the
I do, but I'm just doing club and adult hockey.
Oh, okay. I
play with her. She's from Big Apple. And Philly. I kind of switch around. When you found whoever has over the spot.
So the teams have switched ends. The umpires stay where they were positioned. This gives both teams the opportunity to have each umpire on their attacking and defending ends of the court for half of the game. That's why the umpires don't switch sides, but the teams do. Sessa begins play over to Campbell after going to the left side defense. USA pressing early into the left side of their attacking side, right side of the goalkeeper. Sessa over to Urbano. Urbano up to Jaeger. Jaeger leading Zanoli into the corner. Tries to spin into the circle, through the leg pass. Tries to find Jaeger. Did, but stolen away by Argentina. Urbano. And used the back of her stick as signaled by the umpire. This free push will come from outside the attacking half, so if they wanted to, Argentina could go directly into the circle without meeting any indirect circle entry requirements. And number 10 for Argentina sent off with a 2-minute yellow card, as there have been several cards already. Several might be an exaggeration, but for trying to play through a defender who's in established position. Campbell goes across. Ball picked off of Urbano as it tries to go into the circle. And Argentina now at the other end. Urbano over to Campbell and back to Urbano. Ball almost taken away. Campbell running in retreat ahead of this otherwise breakaway. Killing the penetration there of the Argentine team. Urbano pulling the ball through, finding Jaeger on our side. Zanoli taking the shot there. Campbell over to Smith. Smith's pass upfield was intercepted by Argentina. Collier tried to find Sessa, who is now confronting the player from Argentina with the ball. So the ball bounced high off of Smith's stick, but no one was nearby. And somehow or another, that ball squeaked in. A great shot from Jaeger that came from the right side of the circle and came across. We've got a challenge, if you will, from one of the players from Argentina. Looking again for that pop-up. But again, no one was near it. Not sure if the camera's following the conversation between the umpires from one end of the court to the other. But, you know, good challenge. Especially when the play led to the eventual scoring of a goal. Rose tackles from behind, and I believe she's going to be told to sit down. She is, with the yellow card in 5 minutes. We have to have the whistle bring the time back on before the player is allowed to start. Umpires using that time to make a notation, for example, on what the situation was. And that time, the player from Argentina played the ball in the air. In other words, they didn't just stop the ball, they played it forward towards the goal while it was in the air. So even though it went into the body of Smith, it was still the USA's ball. So Smith has an opportunity to go left, but she's choosing not to. Argentina steals the ball, puts it right on goal. Easy save for Carlino. Wright comes into the game. An opportunistic play there. Unfortunately, as she collected the ball pounced high into the air. Yeager goes back to Wright. Wright goes to Campbell. I thought she was going to use Campbell, then did, but you never know. She could have ended up with Sessa. Oh, my goodness, she did. Right side attack off both legs of the goalkeeper. A follow-up by Yeager puts it into the goalie's chest, and now Argentina trying to work a breakaway, but they're just a 2-on-3. Spin around, and easy save for Carlino. The ball across the end line. Gomez. Back to Gomez. Ball patiently moved around the horn into the circle, crosses far away, and a nice shot by Argentina. Saved by Carlino. I think if it had not been saved, it would have gone wide, but too close to tell, even from my angle. So good job by Carlino to stop that possible entry. Mariani received that ball but pushed it high towards the top of the circle, and ball ended up in the battle. We've got 2 minutes to go in the third period. Mariani back to the top, push back and a hard shot. Carlino with the save. Spin move for the opportunity to shoot, but she decides instead to dribble away and pass. Lift up, saved by the keeper, but the ball bounced into one of the bodies of the USA. And so penalty corner scoring opportunity here for Argentina. USA is donning their mask. Countdown timer is about 15 seconds, so they've got some time. Miles reminding the player from Argentina, wait for the whistle. He'll hear the sound of the countdown timer. Then the umpire blows the whistle. Then the ball can be put into play. And bad play up at the top. Gives the USA some breathing room. Mariani down into the left corner. Mariani again. Sessa at the circle's edge to defend a possible direct entry. There's that entry and a deflection. A shot over the end line. Campbell wasn't sure whether she was supposed to leave the field on a substitution or not. Off the foot of Rose, just back into the game. This is the captain from Argentina. Pushing back into Jaeger. That shot raised but not on goal, and so an illegal play as the ball was raised off the surface when not a shot on goal. And that's the end of the third period. The score, USA 3, Argentina 1. 1 minute break in between the periods. So the final period will be on soon. Should make mention of our next game that's coming up. At 2:45, the men's action will start again as Argentina takes on Canada. Jaeger thought she had the ball on her stick. This time she does, puts it on the goalkeeper. And that shot was lifted from outside the circle directly into a nearby player from Argentina, and so they get the ball as Jaeger's play was determined to be unsafe. Jaeger to Zanoli, but the ball stolen off of Zanoli. Naimo. Nice soft touch over to right side. That has not been a successful strategy for Argentina. Now here back to the middle, and then now they're going to be faced with going against Campbell. She puts the ball up too, and great shot by Zanoli. Ball last touch there by that shot, that follow-up shot by Jaeger. And the ball is already back in play. There's no time to think about what we're going to do next here. One of the things that's so exciting about indoor hockey. Ball was raised on that pass forward. I was going to ask the fans at home, what do you think the chances of getting in on the right side? Now cross directly into the circle. Backhand lift shot. Easy glove save for Cannoli. Argentina back to the strategy of passing back and forth. Oh, little almost pressure there from, I think, Casey Tapman. This time they went inside of right. From the right side. Campbell carefully taking the ball out to Jaeger. Jaeger finds Rose as she crosses midfield into the circle already. The cross looking for Zanoli on the far left side of the goal. Just a quick readjustment of the equipment for the goalkeeper as the USA makes 2 subs. Smith back into the defense, and I think Sessa came in on the left side or the far side from your camera. Sessa into the action immediately, wins possession, dribbles off, sends the ball into the circle, but it's intercepted there, right at the edge by Argentina. They look for the breakaway, but Smith slowed them up enough that it gives a chance for the U.S. contingent to fall into a defensive structure. Nice toss in after working on the left side. Here's one from the right. Both saves by Carlino. Ball still in play. Jaeger, I think, with possession. Yep, down on in the corner of the circle, the corner of the field. Jaeger just dribbling the ball back and forth in a yardstick drill type motion. Oh, and Sessa used her stick to shield the ball from the defender. Argentina, though, in the attacking end, was quickly shifted over to the defense. And that's why Sessa's breakaway could not happen. I got to imagine that's something that's definitely come out of the briefing because the umpires have been very consistent about calling that. Using the attacker using their stick to shield the ball during a dribble. Here's a shot, and that's going to go in, beating the U.S. goalkeeper on the right-hand side. And a quick celebration from Argentina as they close the gap to within 1 with 5 minutes to go. So we've crossed halfway in the final period of this match. Quick move back and forth by Rose. Finds Sessa. Sessa dribbling across. She's met by the goalkeeper. Sessa with possession again. Goes back to Wright. Wright over to Smith. U.S. forced to back up a bit before trying to go forward. Jaeger's going to go back to Smith. Smith finds Wright. Argentina presses against Wright. Then the possession was lost and then bobbled by the U.S. team near the center of the court. Gives the ball to Argentina with 4 minutes to go in the game. 4 minutes, 10 seconds. Here's Sessa. Three-meter requirement is met with Sessa's pass back to Jaeger. Player was momentarily confused there as for which direction to go. Smith and Wright working the ball back and forth. Sessa in front of Wright. I think the U.S. is looking for a ball towards the circle. Rose is deep in the circle. The U.S. can cut. Here's Smith with the ball. Oh, up to Jaeger. I thought she was going to go deep to Rose, who had crossed over to that side of the circle. So I'm not sure what you're seeing at home, so I'm trying to give you as much information as possible as Wright reaches out and stops the ball. Sessa cuts through 2. She's got Rose on the right side. Crosses. Little defense there by Argentina. Sent the ball away from Rose. And Rose falls down in an obstructive way, if you will. So Argentina was not able to play the ball. But the ball is turned over to Argentina on the fall. Umpire indicating the ball needed to be moved closer to the boards. I think the players thought the umpire was saying you have to substitute right now, just because that substitution was in the waiting. Ball out of bounds off right stick, Argentina. About 4 meters outside the circle. Trying to go against right. This has not been successful. The phrase all day long comes to mind. Sessa and Rose working for possession. Ball last touched by the U.S. goalkeeper. Campbell yelling out to everybody to relax with 2 minutes to go. And this is the final period. The U.S. wants to hold on to that 1-goal lead. Argentina trying to go forward at that moment after crossing the ball back and forth several times. Jaeger bringing the ball on the right. He's got Sessa over to her left, but not much room to pass. Swings down to the baseline. She's happy to just let clock run as it crosses over 1 minute to go just now. So she says, that's okay, I'll just dribble down here, work on my stick skills for a minute. That's fine. Argentina at some point has to get eager about getting the ball to the other end of the pitch and scoring. Now Jaeger cuts in, and she shields the ball. So possession over to Argentina, who's got 35 seconds to tie the game. Pass Sessa. Argentina forced to dribble back outside. The shot taken, but off the chest of the goalkeeper. And the umpire protesting the card. Ball directly into Campbell. Wright taking the ball down into the corner. Oh, a penalty corner in the last second of the game. Time expired, but literally I think it was during the last second that penalty corner was called. It wouldn't matter anyway. Time would have expired. We're going to play out the penalty corner because that's what we do in hockey, whether indoors or out. If a penalty corner is called and time expires, we play the penalty corner. So the corner ends in a number of ways. The least opportunistic way for it to end for the USA is if Argentina puts the ball into the circle. Another way is if Argentina were to foul. Then again, if the ball were to leave the circle and go outside so far that it goes 3 meters beyond the circle line. That's indicated by the broken circle line. Waiting for the countdown clock to expire. It does. There's the umpire's whistle. Oh, there's the shot, and the game is tied. Argentina's players run out onto the field to celebrate as they have tied the USA. USA was the tournament champions in 2017. And so while Argentina celebrates, the USA walks over to their bench. I'm not sure exactly how that affects the standings for the tournament overall, but behind me are the teams from Argentina and Canada from the men's division. They're warming up. That game will start at 2:45. Once again, the men's division will restart at 2:45. Canada versus Argentina. My name is Chris Maloney. I am coming to you from Spring City, Pennsylvania. This is the 2021 Indoor Pan Am Cups, the Men's Cup and the Women's Cup. This event determines the last qualifying team for the World Cup that will take place in February 2020 in Belgium. And we'll be back. Once again, we will be back at 2:45, so that's in about 20 minutes from now.
They give you the. Yes, ma'am.
Eric is on his way. Do you need him to start to go ice or nothing?
No, I think we are good.
Colocaram.